Hi, my name is Chris Durham. Welcome to another episode of Drinks from Eddie Muller's Noir Bar. Each week I take a chapter from the book Eddie Muller's Noir Bar, Cocktails Inspired by the World of Film Noir, and I talk about the film in that chapter and I make the drink associated with it. Today we are going to be looking at the film Sunset Boulevard and making the drink the champagne cocktail. Now, Sunset Boulevard was directed by Billy Wilder, and I gotta say Billy Wilder is one of my favorite directors, and one of the things that makes him one of my favorite directors is he's so versatile. I mean, he's probably known best for making comedies, but a lot of times his comedies have elements of drama, and even when his comedies are pure farce, they say something about the human condition. He has made a couple of very good war movies. He made a great courtroom drama. He has made very good dramas. And film noir, he pretty much was in there from the very beginning with Double Indemnity. And Sunset Boulevard may not be on a lot of lists of film noir, but it's really about as noir as you can get. I think the problem with people thinking Sunset Boulevard is not really film noir is that it doesn't take place in seedy bars or in back rooms or in dark alleys. It's all taking place in a normal setting. You have characters who are just in bad situations, who make bad decisions based on those bad situations. For instance, you have Joe Gillis, played by William Holden, who is a down on his luck screenwriter. He's had some success as a Hollywood screenwriter, but it's been a while since he's sold anything. He's behind on his rent, he's behind on his car payments, he needs $300 or they're going to take away his car. And if they take away his car, that takes away his mobility and his ability to even talk to people and hopefully get a job. So, and the main thing that's motivating him is he doesn't want to have to go back to Ohio and take that old job at the newspaper and have to admit to his old buddies that Hollywood got the best of him. And while he's out driving this hot, wanted by the repo men car, they spot him and a chase ensues. He gets a flat tire and manages to get it off the road in what looks like an abandoned driveway, an abandoned house, and parks it in the garage. Turns out it's a not abandoned but very rundown mansion owned by Norma Desmond, played by Gloria Swanson, a silent film star who the world has forgotten, and she is looking to make not a comeback. She hates that term. She's looking to make a return. And part of the reason that she is so adamant about making the return is that she thinks that the public hasn't forgotten about her, because she still gets fan letters every day. And you find out later why she gets fan letters every day. And that's just another person with kind of good motivation, just trying to keep her from being hurt. But that ends up making the hurt all the more worse. William Holden sees a chance in Norma Desmond to fix up her kind of loony film script that she has written and hopefully make some money and maybe pay off his bills and take another shot at screenwriting and not have to go take that trip back to Ohio. Turns out she falls in love with him, Norma Desmond, Gloria Swanson, and he kind of is just playing her off and using her for the money and the clothes and the place to live. But later, when she actually does fall in love with him, it gets real. And then you have the Nancy Olsen character, and there's a triangle that ensues, and it all just goes completely bad. And it's not really anybody's fault any more than it's everybody's fault. And if you don't think it's film noir, just think about how the film starts and think about William Holden face down in the swimming pool and how the entire movie leads up to how he got there. And then tell me it's not a film noir. It's about as film noir as it comes. Now, the champagne cocktail. I don't know whether they ever actually drank champagne cocktails, but it wouldn't surprise me if they did. It is said very clearly that Norma always had champagne on ice, and I can imagine Max, Eric von Stroheim, the manservant, often made champagne cocktails, even though they didn't say anything about it in the script. It's almost a no-brainer. I have had a champagne cocktail before, wasn't real crazy about it, but I think that was just because it was in a bad situation. I was in a convention where they were having a 1920s party, and I have no idea what kind of recipe they were using to make the champagne cocktail. It may have been something that some catering manager pulled off the website and gave it to somebody who wasn't a real bartender and didn't write it down properly. The drink calls for champagne, bitters, sugar, and brandy, though the brandy is optional. I'm going to leave out the brandy because I'm not a big fan of brandy, and I honestly think that my experience with champagne cocktails, the reason I didn't like it was that maybe they overdid the brandy, and maybe that was what made it something that I didn't like. So I'm going to try it without it and see how it goes. So we're going to take I'm going to take a break while I go get the stuff together, and then we're going to make the drink and see what it tastes like. I hope you stick around for it. And we're back. I hope the audio comes out okay. I couldn't seem to get my phone to recognize my microphone, so hopefully the audio comes out okay on this. I tried to fix it on the break. It didn't want to fix, so here we go. So we're going to make the champagne cocktail. So I've got some champagne. If I can manage to get it open. Oh, hey, it's got a little thingy. Cool. All right. So, alrighty. And hopefully this doesn't shoot all over the place and spill and make a huge mess. I don't do champagne very often. Ooh, there we go. Okay, so we've got our champagne. Now, this drink calls for Angostura bitters, which I put over here, and a chilled coupe glass, and a cube of sugar that I just dropped. And here we go. And it says about 4 dashes. Well, 2 to 4 dashes. That's 2, 3. I'm going to call that 4. So we're going to drop that in there. All right, and then we're going to pour on the champagne. Tad more. Okay, and then the garnish is a lemon peel, so I'm going to kind of twist that. Ooh, the oils made the bubbles all pop, and then I'm going to do it around the rim and then drop it into the drink, and here we go, the champagne cocktail. Not bad. I mean, I'm not a big champagne or a big wine person. I like it better than regular champagne and regular wine for that matter. So there we go. That is the champagne cocktail. I do apologize if the audio comes out bad on this. I will resolve it by next week. Next week we will be looking at the film Phantom Lady, and the drink Dimple and Pinch and Water is what it is. And I'll have something to say about Scotch in that episode. So anyway, thank you for joining me from a booth in the back of Eddie Muller's Noir Bar. We're going to say cheers. Thanks for coming.